in the early 2000s, we had Lance Wallnau actually raise a concern to apostolic leaders going, oh, people don't like it when we say we're taking cities or taking mountains. We should be using the language influence.
I mean, it's part of my problem is people will take my message, link their own interpretation to it, and go out and talk about taking down high places, coming against the devil. I'm very particular where I use that language, because you don't want to startle the horses out of the barn. If you're talking to a secular audience, you don't talk about having dominion over them. I mean, my gosh, that's what they're afraid of. That's what the left is saying, the right wants to do, and the right is saying the left wants to do. So the anxiety is based on misinformation. That what I'm saying today is, I want to find out who's anointed with the right ideas, and I want to serve them. And I want it to be a Joseph, you're going to shape Pharaoh. This whole idea of taking over and that language of takeover, it doesn't actually help. It's good for preaching to the choir, and it's shorthand if we interpret it right, but it's very bad for media because we're not really trying to take over. We're trying to preserve and save culture and create a world that works for everyone and leaves no one out. And if that's the kind of language we use, which is statesman language, by the way, then we put a better soundbite on it. But in-house, we have a different language. So.
You use those words interchangeably, and I found it funny. They used to say takeover, but now they're saying influence. And going again to Michael Brown, he did an entire subject on the New Apostolic Reformation and the 7 mountains of society, the 7 mountain mandate. And his argument was also along the lines of going, we're not taking over the world, the NAR. Let's go through the mountains. Art and entertainment. B for business and finance. C for church and religion. That's the one. D for dissemination and media. E for education and science. F for family and health. And G for government and law. When you go to that church mountain, you don't see many of them influencing other religions, but they do talk about the church mountain, and they are taking over the church mountain with their apostles and prophets. Wagner has openly talked about that when it comes to theological seminaries. They have been investing so much money, time, and people resource into overtaking the churches of America and around the world. That's just a fact. And for Michael Brown to go, what? You're not taking over the church? It's in your own 7 mountain mandate, buddy.